The phrase "die before you die" does not refer to an actual passing away. Rather, it encourages a metamorphosis and a rebirth into a superior version of oneself. It's about breaking free from the constraints that hold you back and reaching for limitless possibilities that lie ahead of you. This article delves into the profound process of coming to know oneself and coming to terms with oneself. When you first come into this world, people immediately begin to construct a story around your existence. You are influenced by the currents of conditioning, given a name, and shaped by the environment in which you were raised. Your thoughts will always carry the imprints of this journey with them, and along the way, you will collect desires, beliefs, and labels that seek to define who you are. You'd find solace in this tale, forming a profound connection with its narrative and coming to believe that it encapsulates the core of who you are in its entirety. You develop a sense of self-identification with the roles that you take on and the characters that you play. If you direct your attention inward and conduct an honest assessment of yourself, you will find that much of what you believe to be true about yourself is susceptible to change and even dissolution. Your wants, beliefs, and labels all contribute to the tapestry of your identity, but they are only fleeting brushstrokes of the larger canvas that is your existence. You come to realize, as you delve deeper into an honest examination of yourself, that your true essence is unconstrained by any narrative, label, or construct. It is the inexhaustible glimmer of consciousness that is present throughout all of existence. If you want to have a deep understanding of who you are, you have to accept the fluidity of your nature and free yourself from the shackles of attachment. Recognize that you have the ability to rethink, recreate, and rewrite the narratives that have contributed to your development. Free yourself from the burden of the false identities you've taken on throughout your life and stand in the splendor of who you really are. There exists, beyond the bounds of stories, a beauty that defies description. It is a space in which your essence can be found, unadulterated and uncontaminated. The process of dying is a paradoxical dance that is at once painful and beautiful, during which illusions are shattered and the truth is revealed. Ego is the driving force behind the perpetuation of these stories, which it does by clinging to them like a fragile web made of anxiety and insecurity. When you start to separate yourself from something, your ego starts to fade away, and its power decreases along with it. Ego has the mistaken belief that letting go means one's existence will end if they do so. Its resistance stubbornly clings to the known, which makes adapting to new circumstances challenging. However, if you are brave enough to take a closer look, you will notice that the ego itself is not real. Rather, it is a construct that has enslaved you. When you let go of false identification, you open yourself up to a world that is beyond the ego's limited sphere of influence. When you do this, you enter a state of pure awareness, one in which your thoughts no longer have the ability to define you. You will find freedom once you recognize this truth. It is not a literal act of destruction to kill the ego. Rather, it is a profound shift in perception and a transformation of your relationship with the self. Killing the ego does not mean destroying it. You detach yourself from the ego so that it can no longer exert its influence over you. When you pay attention to and gain an understanding of how the ego operates, after some time it will start to calm down. It is aware that it does not control the situation anymore, and as a result of this realization, harmony is re-established. Think about what's left behind when you stop labeling and judging things and your thoughts start to dissipate. The acceptance of the present reality as it is, without any interpretation of that reality, is what is. Realizing that feelings of fear, anxiety, and depression are nothing more than stories that the mind has created, you can make the conscious decision to let go of these experiences. They are not realities, rather, they are the limitations that illusions impose on you. Put yourself in the position of an objective observer and take a step back. Understand that fear is nothing more than an illusion that you have created for yourself. Embrace the now without any anxiety or preconceived notions of how it should be. The process of dying before you die is a profound inquiry into the nature of the self and a path toward discovering one's true essence, free from the constraints imposed by the ego. It's about accepting your unworthiness, discovering joy, and making room in your being for wisdom and inner peace to grow and develop. I wish for your journey to be one of never-ending discovery, development, and transformation, and I hope that your vibrations will reverberate throughout eternity. If you are still here, I would be extremely grateful for your support in the form of shares and comments on this post. It would mean the world to me if you could do that. I'm grateful that you have considered this. I wish you a day that is absolutely stunning and wonderful.